2020, and it's the 25th of the month again. So I am going to be doing something for Christmas. I'm going to make a two-size card, and that's where you take an 8.5 by 11 and cut it in half. And this is something I learned on, I think it's called scrapbooking. It was a show that was on years ago on TV, and she said line up your corners, and of course lay them down. Sometimes they move on me. And then take your finger and come straight back with it and over. And it stays straighter that way. And it does. It meets a lot better than it normally would. And this is cut 1/4 inch less, so it's 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm not putting it on yet. I used the biggest one here, and you might want to go smaller because it is kind of big for this card, so I'm going to have to make my card that direction. But I made it for other ones. And this is Santa's beard. I'm going to better put on my belt first. And the belt is black, and it's 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to run it like a border right across the bottom. And this one I went ahead and did holes in. Oh, and I was not going to do that on this one because I did make a few others. I am going to do this first. This is Daisy White, close to my heart ink. And I am just going to highlight the sides just a little. And I'm going to do it on the other stuff too. I didn't ink on any of the others, that's why I forgot to do it. But I wanted to do it on this one, just for something different. And I like Christmas cards to kind of look like it's snow. It may not look like it to you, but that's the impression I get when I see it on a card and it's a Christmas card or a winter card. Oh, I should have done the edge here. I better wait on that one because I'm not sure where it'll end. And line it up. And this, I thought I'd make holes for a belt. And I just punched a couple holes. They are not perfect, for sure. And make sure there's no glue behind the hole. And just kind of eyeball it and line it up. And then trim the excess off. I do have dies that are belt buckles, but I would have had make my belt thinner, so I'm not using it. And I'm going to just put this here. The others are all centered, but I thought I'd put this one off centered just to give it a little bit of a change. And I'm using glitter cardstock on this one. And like I said, you can use a belt buckle. I've got a die that makes rectangles with the middle out already, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just showing the easiest way to do it with the less supplies. And I better use this part right here because we're on the inside and I don't need no snow on this one. And you just take the same piece that you had to start with and just set it in the center. And then I thought I left me a scrap of the, well, this isn't really silver, it's the white. I do have silver and it's a little bit different from this. But I want one little piece for the belt buckle, the little clippy thing that goes in there just to put right here. And these are probably one of the easiest cards you can make. I'm just going to try to line it up there with the holes. And then the beard will go here, and I'm going to have to cut some of it off because it's kind of long. I used the top part already on one card, and I wasn't sure how much I needed to leave on this one, so I just used what I had actually needed on that one. And kind of line, that's not lined up very good. Kind of line it up and cut the top part off on it. This is one of the kids can make this. You can have the kids come over and make it. And these are diamond dies, and that's what I use for all of them. And I'm going to put these go together, so I'm going to put it right there and throw a little glue in there. I was going to do red and forgot that this one had to have green, so I'm doing green. So I will be doing green another place on here at least. That's why the little Martha Stewart punches. And I'm just going to center that as close as possible. And it looks a little bit up. Okay, so I'm going to need this, and I ran the Santa's beard through this Doris. No, it's Cuttlebug. I used Doris on this one, but it's Cuttlebug and it swirls, and I think it works really good for Santa's beard. Same one every time. I don't change on that one. Some I do, but not that one. I'm just going to put this right here. And then in here, right there, it shows little berries. And instead of using the Martha Stewart berries, these are bigger. So I used them. And I used two different colors of red on them. And see how quick that was? I'm going to throw some holly and berries on the inside, and then I'll be done. And you can stamp them, of course, instead of using dies, but I like to use dies more than I do stamping because I have a hard enough time getting the dies straight without worrying about getting the stamps straight. Usually I stamp them separate and just put a little card on there. But there's my Santa belt card, and then I have a few more so you can see different ways. And these are A2 and these are 5-inch. And this one has the top part of one of the beards. And I used the, instead of using the glitter cardstock, I used the matte metallic. And this is a stamp that I've had a long time, and packaging was lost a long time ago when it all got tore up. So I can't remember who actually made it. And I took and put faux fur down the center and some buttons and highlighted them. And I didn't do the inside of that one. Well, guess what? I'm going to do the inside of that one. Can't leave it without it. I'd hate to. Well, when I went to sign it, I would have seen it. And throw this in there. And no, it wasn't sitting there because I knew it was not done. I didn't. It was just, I made them ahead of time, and that way I didn't have to make them when I got ready to make cards. But there's that one. And this one is Mrs. Claus. I thought I'd dress it up a little bit. I did Merry and Bright, and I kind of got the bright crooked. So I threw this on there. I figured nobody will know if I do that. And then I put glitter here, match all the other glitter, and then glitter on the inside. And this is the one that we just did. And see the difference between them? This one you can make Santa look fatter. So I like using the 5x5, but I wanted to show that it fit on these little A2 cards too. And this one has Holly Jolly, and some of the, well, all these I think have a shadow behind it where you can back it, so I put it on the beard. And the belt I did with gold that time. And then this one's 'Tis the Season. I didn't even bother putting the beard on it because you can just have it plain, and some holly down here. But yeah, that's five more cards. 5 more cards for me for Christmas, just in time. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll leave the links down there below to the other guys doing it, and some are on Instagram. So check them all out, and have a happy scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.